Ho, ho, ho! This is Richard Thorndyke with the BS News for this 19th of December 2011, the final Monday before Christmas and Hanukkah. And away we go. Dateline, middle piddle. Speaker of the House John Boehner is refusing to go along with a stopgap measure to extend the middle-class payroll tax cut for 2 months. Boehner says he doesn't want to, quote, kick the can down the road. At least not while there's still a chance to kick every American who's not a millionaire. Dateline, Texas Caniac. Rick Goodhair Perry says that he thinks Herman Cain, quote, has all the characteristics to make a good member of Perry's cabinet. Evidently, Perry is unaware that there is no cabinet post called Secretary of Stupid. Dateline, the beef on Kobe. Kobe Bryant's wife, Vanessa, has filed for divorce. She cited irreconcilable differences. Although most legal experts say simply being married to Kobe Bryant can itself be considered grounds for divorce. Kobe's divorce comes despite the fact that he once bought his wife a $4 million ring. The good news for him is that, if Newt Gingrich is any guide, by the time you get to your third wife, the cost to keep her goes down to just $500,000 worth of jewelry. Finally, Dateline, in a parking lot far, far away. A man in Oregon attacked holiday shoppers at a Toys R Us with a toy Star Wars lightsaber. Police subdued the man with tasers. Because it's kind of hard to wrestle a suspect to the ground when you're laughing your head off. Needless to say, the man has accused the cops of excessive use of, wait for it, the Force. Ba-dum-bum. Police defended their actions, saying there wasn't time to get James Earl Jones to talk to the man into surrendering by telling him, Luke, I am your father. The worst James Earl Jones imitation in history, that's my gift to you. Happy holidays. And I say that only with the hopes of being captured and beaten by a strapping young defender of the faith against the war on Christmas. Handcuffs. Richard Thorndyke, BS News. Have a great week.
There's a war! It's war! Yeah. Everything the Republicans see, they want to declare war on. You know, there's war on Christmas that they perceive. There was, aluminum tubes in Iraq that they perceive. Everything's got to be dealt with war. There's a war on drugs. There's the war on poverty. Everything is a war. It's always a war. And they never win anything in their wars. That's the crazy thing. We follow them into wars all the time, and then we go, the war is over. Yay, what did we win? I don't know. I have no earthly idea what we won. And now, listen, this economy is trying to recover. And that's all anybody is focused on right now. Everybody in this country is praying that the good news that we got last month, not even last month, last week, a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, will actually continue. That 3% GDP, which is a good thing, will continue. That the payroll tax cut has helped a lot of Americans to put a couple of bucks in their pocket, money that we spend immediately upon receipt because we have to. We have to. And that is creating some consumerism, which is creating a need to restock and replenish goods. It's creating some demand for services, which is good. And people want to continue down that road now knowing that we're going to have all these soldiers coming home, and they are they are the group with the highest unemployment rate. I mean, this is the sickest, most twisted, bizarro world that we live in, where we support the troops, and then when the troops come home, you actually don't give a rat's ass whether or not they come home to a house, whether they come home to a job, whether they come home to a GI Bill, or the health care that they're going to need, or anything at all. The nation is absent. We are AWOL when it comes to receiving our troops home. We're all there to send them off, but we're never there to welcome them home. It's the country has lost its moral compass. It's lost it, and they think that they're doing something moral by saying that there's some war on Christmas. There's a war on the baby Jesus. There's a war on the three wise men. There's a war on myrrh. There's a war on frankincense.